What happened when my stepmother tried to erase me from my father's will? When my father passed away, grief nearly swallowed me whole, but nothing prepared me for the betrayal that followed. The day after the funeral, my stepmother, Karen, called a family meeting in the living room. She sat at the head of the table, papers stacked neatly in front of her, acting as if she were queen of the house. "I'll make this simple," she announced. "Your father left everything to me. The house, the savings, even his business shares. He trusted me to handle things responsibly." My throat tightened. "That's not possible. Dad told me himself he wanted me to have part of the house and the workshop." Karen gave a cold smile. "Memories can be unreliable when people are grieving. But this," she waved the papers, "is legally binding." Around me, relatives shifted uncomfortably. Some avoided my eyes. Others whispered, already siding with her. My heart pounded. Was I about to lose everything my dad promised me? For days, I couldn't sleep. I kept replaying Dad's last words to me. "Don't worry, kiddo. I made sure you'll be okay." Why would he say that if he left me nothing? A week later, I received a call from my father's lawyer. His voice was careful. "Emily, you need to come in. There's something you should see." When I arrived, he pulled out a thick folder. "What Karen showed you was only the first section of the will. Your father updated it 6 months ago. And this," he tapped the final page, "changes everything." I leaned forward, my hands shaking. In black and white, my father's wishes were clear. Half the house was mine, half the business shares, and every personal belonging, his tools, his letters, even the watch he wore every day were to go to me. Tears blurred my vision. Why would she lie? The lawyer sighed. "Because she benefits if you never see this. But legally, this final page is binding, and I intend to present it." The next week, the family gathered again, this time in the lawyer's office. Karen strutted in, confident as ever, holding her version of the will. She looked smug, already celebrating her victory. But when the lawyer placed the full, updated will on the table, her expression cracked. He read aloud, line by line. Gasps filled the room as my name appeared again and again. Half the house, half the shares, every personal belonging. Karen's face turned crimson. "This is ridiculous." He must have been confused. He wasn't thinking clearly. The lawyer shook his head. "It was notarized, witnessed, and filed. This is the most recent, valid will." The silence was crushing. Some relatives looked down in shame. Others glared at Karen for dragging the family into lies. For the first time, she wasn't in control. Her power was gone. Karen sputtered, "He promised me everything." I finally found my voice. "No, he promised to take care of both of us. You tried to erase me because you couldn't stand to share." Her mouth opened and closed, but no words came. She grabbed her purse and stormed out, slamming the door behind her. Afterward, cousins and uncles approached me quietly. "We should have believed you," one said. "Your dad adored you. Of course he wouldn't forget you." Another added, "We saw the truth today and it wasn't pretty." That night, I sat alone in Dad's workshop. On the workbench sat the old watch he wore every day. I picked it up, running my fingers over the scratches. On the back was a tiny engraving I'd never noticed before. "For Emily, my best work." I cried harder than I had since the funeral. Karen thought she could steal everything, but Dad had left me more than property. He left me proof that his love couldn't be erased, no matter how hard she tried. And now, whenever I wear that watch, I remember the truth. Betrayal can shake you, but love, real love, always outlasts lies.